तो फिर मैं ओपनिंग प्रेयर बोल रहा हूँ। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। Hari Om and welcome to today's session. So we are continuing our Satsang and are being guided by Sadhana Panchakam. We have done verses 1 and 2, and before we start verse 3, where the opening Upadesh is Vakyarthascha Vicharyatam. Vakyarthascha Vicharyatam. Meaning of the commandments of Upanishads should be reflected upon. So it is telling us that whatever Upanishads are saying, you should reflect upon them. And that is precisely what we have been doing for the past few days. We have been reflecting on the instructions of Sadhana Panchakam and digging a little deeper into each and every Upadesh that we have read. So, in that spirit, we had understood deeper how to do Saguna and Nirguna Upasana by referring to the verses of Bhagavad Gita. Now, if you recall, Ranilji, we had done this verse that was Papogha Paridhuyatam. Wash away the sins from your bosom. So, with respect to that, when we were originally studying it, we had said that we should do selfless work. When you do selfless work, you do not incur sin, and sin is incurred if you do selfish work, and we had quoted Gita in this respect. I came across a beautiful anecdote of Ratnakar Daku's conversation with Narad Muniji, if you recall. Ratnakar Daku was engaged in looting and killing for maintaining his family till one day he met Narad Muni, who asked him, "Why are you doing all this?" So he says, "I am doing it for my family." So Narad Muni said, "But will the family also take part in the share of the sin that you are incurring by doing this?" And he said, "Why not?" So Narad Muni told him to go and check with the family. And when he went, to his surprise, his old father, his young son, and even his wife, they all said, "Why should we be a party to your sins? It is your duty to feed the house." And the wife even went on to say, the wives are allowed or enjoined to partake of the punya of the husband. ये भार्या को अपने पति के पुण्य में शेयर मिलता है। ये पाप का कोई कहानी नहीं है, ये तो आपका धर्म है, आप हमें खिलाएं और उसका जो भोगना आप भोगें। तो Ratnakar Daku went back to Narad Muni and dismayed. He said, "Now what should I do?" So Narad Muni told him to take up Ram Nam chanting. And he chanted with so much of dedication, so much of concentration that the ants made their he used his body and made their own houses. So he came to be known as Valmiki because of what the ants did to his body. And thereafter he became a great rishi, as we all know. Ma Sita stayed in his ashram, Lava and Kush were brought up in his ashram. So from Ratnakar Daku to Saint Valmiki, what a journey, and just on the basis of Ram Nam. So to wash away the pap, Ram Nam or any Bhagwan's Nam is a very, very powerful tool. This is what the story illustrates. So having talked about it, I would like to talk about a very important concept. One is Atmecha Vyavasiyatam, which is get engaged in the pursuit of knowing yourself, and Atmecha, knowing yourself, and in second verse it is Brahmekaksharam Arthyatam. इसको जैसे हमने डिस्कस करा था at the time when we read it, one interpretation is worship Om, which is the immutable, the supreme self, the timeless essence, the one infinite truth. This is how Gurudev has said. And Guruji, Swami Tejo and Menandaji has said, being engaged in the pursuit of Brahma is the meaning of this instruction set. So today I would like to refer to Mandukya Upanishad, which in detail gives the Hari Om. हाँ, तो ये मैं मांडुक्य उपनिषद का 7th वर्स जो है ये थोड़ा आपको पढ़ के सुनाता हूँ. सारा वर्स पढ़ना थोड़ा मेरे लिए कठिन है, तो मैं इसको संधि विच्छेद करके एक एक उसकी बताता हूँ. जो पूरा मंत्र है वो इस तरह से है. ना अंतः प्रज्ञम, ना बहि प्रज्ञम, ना उभयतः प्रज्ञम, ना प्रज्ञम, ना अप्रज्ञम, अदृष्टम, अव्यवहार्यम, अग्राह्यम, अलक्षणम, अचिंत्यम, अव्यपदेश्यम, एकात्म प्रत्यवसारम, प्रपंच उपशमम, शांतम, शिवम, अद्वैतम, चतुर्थम मन्यते, सह आत्मा सह विज्ञेय. तो लास्ट की जो है वो ये है, सह आत्मा, दैट इज आत्मा, एंड सह विज्ञेय, दैट इज व्हाट इज टू बी नोन. सो दिस इज नाउ व्हाट इज दिस. I'll go slowly over each and every word. The idea is that when we talk of what is Atma, what is Brahma, we are not very clear. So I am quoting the scriptures to bring that clarity into our mind. So before coming to the 7th mantra, in the earlier mantras, this Upanishad has talked of Atma as having 4 parts. Now when they say parts, it means stages. From stage 1 you go to stage 2 to stage 3 and then finally reach stage 4 to know what Atma is. And they have taken the day-to-day experience of a jeev, which is the waking, the dream and the deep sleep, as the 3 parts, 3 stages, and the 4th as the one beyond it. We'll see what that is. So he says, na anta pragyam. It is not conscious of the internal world. That means it is not what is a dreamer's world. So he has, now there are 2 parts, the knower and the known. So जो knower है, that is being denied कि ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, which is traditionally called neti neti. ठीक है अनिल जी? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So first he said कि he is not the one who is the knower of the dream world. Na bahi pragyam, not conscious of the external world, meaning he is not that which is the waking world. Then he says na abhyatah pragyam, he says उनके बीच का भी नहीं है. अब उनके बीच का क्या होता है? कुछ लोग they indulge in some kind of yogic practices, some special kind of kriyas, and attain a different level of awareness. So he says कि that is not even that, fourth stage is not even that. ठीक है जी? So it is not the waking state, it is not the dream state, and it is not the in-between stage. Then he says na pragyanam ghanam, and it is not even the deep sleep state, where the pragyanam ghanam, it is a mass of consciousness, it is not even that. Then it is na pragyam, he says not even what you may traditionally associate with the omniscience of God. He says it is not even that. Then is it unconscious? He says no, it is na apragyam, it is not even unconscious. So this is about the knower. Now he is come to the set of knowns. So this was the about the knower. He is not any of these. Now the known. So he says adrashtam. He is beyond perception. And then he says he is avyavaharyam. He is beyond व्यवहार also. हम जो भी व्यवहार करते हैं, he says he is beyond that also. Then agrahyam. Can he be grasped by your organs of action? He says no, it can't be grasped by the organs of action also. So he is beyond the organs of sense perception, he is beyond the grasp of organs of action. Then alakshanam. He is beyond inference, he can't be pointed that this is Brahman. Achintayam. You can't even think about it, he is beyond thoughts. Avyapadeshyam. He is beyond description. You can't describe it also. Then, having talked about this knower and the known, and he has negated all. So now he says, then what? He says, ekatma pratyasaram. He is traceable through unbroken self-awareness. This is very important. He is given a clue how to get to the fourth stage. Ekatma pratyasaram. So self-awareness you have to catch hold of. And then prapanch upshanamam. And it is free from all the world of phenomena. Whatever you see prapanch कैसे होता है? 5 चीज़ों से. Your panch mahabhut, they lead to, a combination of this leads to the creation of prapanch. So he says, it is beyond the world of all phenomena. Then what is it? It is shantam, tranquil, unchanging. It is shivam, that is auspicious. Advaitam, it is non-dual. Chaturtham, manyate sa atma. People believe that this is the fourth stage. This is that Atma, savigneya, and this is what is to be known and realized. So this is what mantra 7 says. Now it is this sopan that we have read, it is also interpreted as concentrating on the Om. As I was reading, Gurudev has said, worship Om the immutable. So what is the relationship between Om and Atma? So that this Upanishad itself carries on in subsequent verses 9, 10 and 11 mantras. It has said how Atma is Om itself. So he says, just like Atma has 4 stages, 4 parts, 4 padas, so also Om has 4. How is it? A, U, Ma. The syllable Om can be broken into its letters A, U, Ma. A being the waking stage, being the first one. U being the second letter is the dream stage, and in between the two. And Ma is the deep sleep state, which is the last letter where the first two merge. And then mantra 11 goes on to say that this is mantra 12, that the partless, the fourth, beyond empirical transactions, free from universe. The silence after the chanting of Om, that has been said to be the fourth stage. So, Om and Atma are same. You meditate on the Atma through the Mahavakyas, or you meditate on Om. It is the same thing, because Om represents the Atma in every way. So, any questions that come to your mind? It's a slightly tough topic, and we are not able to do full justice because our full members are not there who can question and open it up fully.
अरुण जी, आई वुड से ये 4 स्टेजेस हैं और जो आपने सारे लक्षण बताए, इसमें मेरा एक ही क्वेश्चन था कि जो आपने कहा कि इट इज नॉट द नोअर ओमनिशियंस, वो मुझे थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया, क्योंकि परमात्मा के ये तो जो हम चैतन्य कहते हैं या साक्षी कहते हैं कि ही इज द इल्यूमिनेटिंग प्रिंसिपल,
जी हाँ,
जो पूरा संसार देख रहा है, और अभी आपने कहा कि ये ओमनिशियंस नहीं है. आई थिंक दिस इज लिटिल कंफ्यूजिंग.
ओके, सो अब क्या है, ओमनिशियंस जो है वो हमने उसको कर दी है टैग भगवान के साथ, ईश्वर के साथ, क्रिएटर के साथ, ठीक है ना. और क्रिएशन क्या है, वो माया शक्ति, क्रिएशन जो है वो माया शक्ति के साथ हो रही है. सो यू हैव टू गिव पावर्स टू द ईश्वर. और जो ये आप जो ब्रह्म है, ब्रह्म जो है, ही डजंट डू एनीथिंग, दैट ओनली इज. आप जो उसे साक्षी कहते हैं, उसे ये नहीं कहते कि ही इज डूइंग एनीथिंग, कर्ता भोक्ता नहीं है वो, और केवल वो देख रहा है. और जो आप ईश्वर को देखने का कहते हो, उसको आप पावर दे देते हो कि वो देख भी रहा है और उसका सब्सिक्वेंटली कोई एक्शन भी कर रहा है. तो इस सेंस में उसका, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर कोई एक्शन नहीं ले रहा, तो इसीलिए कोई वो, ही इज़ नॉट ओमनिशिएंट इन दैट सेंस ऑफ द टर्म. हम जो है अगर आपको याद होगा, हमने डिस्कस करा था कि कर्ता भोक्ता क्यों नहीं है हम। आपको याद है अनिल जी?
नहीं, मैं इमीडिएटली रिलेट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आप
जो
इसकी चर्चा कर
ये
रहे हैं।
कर्ता भोक्ता का हमने जब टॉपिक करा था, तब वो कर्म में अकर्म देखने वाला था उस दिन।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
तो क्यों हम कर्म में अकर्म क्यों देखते हैं? क्योंकि कर्म जो है जिस उसमें सबस्ट्रेटम में हो रहा है, वहाँ तो कर्म है ही नहीं। जो सबस्ट्रेटम है ब्रह्म का, उसमें कोई कर्म नहीं है ना। तो ओमनिशियंस भी इसी तरह से, जब आप कुछ देखोगे ही नहीं तभी कुछ करोगे नहीं, और अगर आप देखोगे तो कुछ करोगे भी। तो भगवान को जब आप ओमनिशियंस कहते हो तो वो इसलिए कहते हैं कि भाई आप जो अच्छा बुरा कर रहे हो वो सब देख रहे हैं। ही इज़ ओमनिशियंट। ये चीज़ आप ब्रह्म के बारे में नहीं कहते। वो ब्रह्म के बारे में आप क्या कहते हैं कि ही इज़ ऑल परवेडिंग एंड ही इज़ द साक्षी, और ही इज़ द इल्यूमिनेटर। इल्यूमिनेटर इन द सेंस, अगर वो साक्षी, वो इल्यूमिनेशन ना हो तो आप कुछ भी नहीं ग्रहण कर पाएंगे, आप ही नहीं होंगे। इज द पॉइंट क्लियर और नॉट?
जी जी।
जो सटल डिफरेंस है वो ये है कि क्योंकि मेरे को कुछ करना नहीं है तो ऑमनिशिएंट भी नहीं हूँ मैं, ठीक है ना। लेकिन इट इज़ मी ओनली, जिसके होने से सब कुछ होता है, तो ये भी नहीं कह सकते कि मैं अनकॉन्शियस हूँ, अप्रज्ञम भी नहीं हूँ मैं। तो इसी तरह से ये इनका रिलेशनशिप बनाई है, आत्मा ब्रह्म विच इज़ द सेम। जो एक पहले मंत्र में इन्होंने इस उपनिषद में मंत्र 2 आई थिंक दे हैव सेड प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, ये सॉरी सर्वगुम ये तद ब्रह्म अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म, this self is Brahma. This in mantra 2 only it has said. So self is Brahma, Atma is Brahma, and what is it? Then it has gone on to define, after taking the self के 4 पाद, आत्मा के, कि भी इसकी जर्नी इन चारों से होती है, and then this 4th stage they have defined elaborately in mantra 7, and then related Om with it. So this is how the topic has been dealt with, which is the topic of Atmecha and Brahmekakshar Arthyata. So if we have to meditate, we have to meditate on it in the manner that the silence that is available to us after chanting Om, that is the 4th stage. But it is not the silence per se where the noise is removed, it is the silence following Om. Om has a spatial status, और काफ़ी डेप्थ में ये डिस्कस करा गया है, which I am not discussing here because that will be almost like teaching the Upanishad, which is not the task and nor am I competent. I was just giving a view how the two are related and what is the source. So any other question, Anil ji, on this?
No, Arunji.
Okay. So then we can go on to the next sopan, which is Shruti Shiro Vakyam Samakarnyatam. It says, listen to the declaration of the Upanishads in depth. So what are those declarations? आपको 4 महावाक्य तो पता ही हैं शायद, I think. So, but I'll just go over it very briefly. So, one which gives the definition of Brahma, it is Prajnanam Brahma, which comes in Aitreya Upanishad in Rig Veda. Now, what is Prajnanam means? Knowledge that has become your own. So how is that to be known? How is that to be made your own. So that is pointed out in Chandogya Upanishad, wherein, and that is in Samved, which says Tat Tvam Asi. The Guru says that you are. Then the disciple goes and investigates further, and then he says, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. And this is coming in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in Yajurved. And having found that I am Brahman, he goes to declare in joy, I am Atma Brahma. That is the statement of joy which we have read just now in Mantra 2 of Brihadaranyaka, Mandukya. This is in Atharva Ved, I am Atma Brahma. So these 4 Mahavakyas, our Sadhana Panchakam says, we should understand, listen in depth. So listening in depth to these Mahavakyas, I sincerely feel has to be done through a guru, through a Vedvid. किसी और के सुनने से शायद वो ज्ञान पूर्ण नहीं होगा. I have done my made a small attempt in bringing this to the knowledge. ठीक है अनिल जी, आप म्यूट पर हैं.
जी अरुण जी, ठीक.
ठीक है, तो in case there are no more questions, I will wind it up.
जी अरुण जी.
Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Hari Om Anil ji. Thank you for being part of the satsang.
हरि ओम अरुण जी.
Hari Om.
मुझे